So, just dropped Omri off from school and figured I'd pick it up again. So, I was thinking, why am I doing this? Like, why am I like doing little videos? A lot of reasons. Uh, I used to write articles, put them out on email blast, and I had a a patient tell me one time. He said that I just put out articles on rants like bodies and different medical stuff, and then uh, you know and then I put out some stuff on um, weight loss and some basic simple stuff. And this guy came in the clinic and told me, he said, "Hey, you know what? I've had the hardest time getting healthy, losing weight until I started reading articles." And I was like, "Cool." And then he said that I make it so simple that he was able to apply what I was talking about and just apply it to his daily life. And by doing that, he was able to drop like 20 pounds in like 2 months, something he'd been trying to do forever, and he just couldn't really shake off that last few. He just didn't know how to just get his weight down and just get his blood pressure under control and blah blah blah. And then just by having that data on how a body works, and then simple concepts that are just truth, he was able to like really get his he was able to drop some weight and get his blood pressure under control and be a little bit healthier. And I was like, well, that's cool. So somebody actually listened to me and got the data and was applying it. And then I realized that I do the same thing. Like I always read. I'm always looking up stuff and learning. I never stop learning. So I'm always, as far as like actually everything, I'm always learning. But I'm always getting data from the internet, and there's definitely a lot of information out there on different topics, and some is very good and some is just false, just false data. And you know just because it's the most popular doesn't necessarily mean it's the most accurate or the most truthful or useful data out there. And I see that all the time in the medical field. There's so much data out there on different aspects of health and bodies and taking care of bodies and what's needed, and so many fads. And I see patients get hurt a lot, um, just by taking in all this false data and applying it just because it's the most popular. I could go on, but I mean, there's just so many things that I see being promoted as being healthy for a body, and it's not. It's just let's just call it what it is. It's just very good marketing, and somebody's just selling their product, and their product actually isn't really helpful. And I see the consequences of some of these guys, following um, these these concepts that they see just being pumped out there, um, and being sold to them as being healthy when in actuality they're not. They actually make the body worse. Um, but I don't want to bash anyone or any particular type of healthcare right now. I'll give little pieces and my viewpoint on some things as we go along, but that's really what it is, man. I see a lot of people out there, you know, getting a lot of just misinformation and following, and then they have a hard time trying to figure out, well, why am I still unhealthy? Why do I still feel the way I feel? Why is my blood pressure still high? Like I did this fancy diet, I lost, you know, whatever, 20, 30 pounds, but my pressure is still high. Why? And things like that. So, you know, like I said, a lot of false data out there. So why do I do this? To put truth out there, man. Just I feel like if people have a source of data or info about bodies out there, and uh, they can just see my viewpoint and apply what they learned. And once they apply it, if it works for them, great. Keep. I'm happy for them. If they apply it, they understand the concepts I'm pumping out, and then they apply it to their own situation, their own life, their own way of doing things, and then it improves the condition of their body. Great, that's what I'm going for. Um, that would be the ideal scene, and that's really what I'm trying to do. I feel like my profession, being a doctor, it's funny. It's like doctor. If you look up the derivation of the word doctor, it actually goes back to Latin, and it goes back to like indoctrinate, basically, which basically means to teach. And that's pretty much what a doctor is supposed to do, just basically teach a person about their body, so they have knowledge, so they can actually, they can take responsibility and take control over their body and their situation. So that's really what a doctor does. A doctor just basically teaches a person, hey, this is a body, this is the ideal scene for your body, how you make it work better. And when that's done, and there's truth in the data, um, and the information they're giving the patient, they usually get it, and they usually, if they can understand it, they can apply it. So that's what I'm doing, making it super simple. Um, I don't like to use big words and confuse people. I see a lot of guys out there putting out info using a lot of terminology that's very technical and confusing. You won't see me do that. I try not to. I try to keep it super simple, and so where you guys can get it, and it just makes more sense that way. So again, that's the goal. Give you guys some data, some info on how a body works, and you can apply it and improve your condition. And that's the game. All right, that's all.